Lockpicking gear I don't often get a chance to talk about. Vices and hand tools. These are two of the most popular things you guys have been asking about. And so today, you're going to get a twofer. All right, guys, this first thing is called a swivel head cylinder vise. I got it from lockpicks.com for $39.95. So pretty competitively priced. And what surprised me is that this thing looked a lot like a vise that I used to have. I work on my kitchen table. It was made by Vise. The only difference is right here. This one has a swivel head, and mine was fixed. So you clamped it on there, and whatever angle it was, that's what you worked with. This one seems to add a lot more flexibility. On the opening, my Vise was dimensioned almost exactly like this one. It fits a really wide variety of locks, and we're going to test it out. I got a few locks lined up. We'll try it on. The locking mechanism itself, this little plate is not free-floating. It's riding on almost like little rails there. See that? It's pinched inside of there. So you really can put a lot of torque on this to solidly hold that lock down. On the hinge, there's a cutout here. So if you don't want to work straight on, when you've got it clamped, you can actually bend them all the way over and work 90 degrees from the top if you like. So a lot of flexibility here. When you get them to the angle you want, you loosen up this little screw right here. There's only two pieces of plastic. This knob here, which is not really under any stress, and this knob here also not under stress. All the rest of the thing is made out of steel. So you adjust them to the angle, you tighten. I'm trying to do this. It's probably a lot easier when I get them clamped up. You turn this guy to tighten it up, and then to keep it from turning, I guess you screw that in there. And that's pretty solid, just finger tight, but we're going to give it a load test when I get it clamped onto the bench. The bench vise is quite substantial. This is thicker than I had on my original one. This is a 1/4-inch steel, very solid. You're not going to be over-torquing and bending this. My old one would bend if I over-torqued it. You're never going to bend that guy. I did measure it. It opens up to 2.5 inches, so you can put it on a 2.5-inch thick table or 6.5 centimeters. Pretty easy to tighten up, but again, I'm going to put it on the bench. Let's go ahead and clamp it up and give it the test. All right, guys, I just installed this on my workbench, and again, no tools required. Just turn it, hand tight. That's all you got to do, and it does lock up very, very firmly. On the top here, not a lot to it. I've already adjusted the angle, but I'll loosen up the nut there, adjust this the way you want it, and I'm going to put my cutout on the back because I like the lock to tilt just a little bit. Tighten up the nut half a turn with your hand, and then tighten that up, and that dude's going nowhere. I did try it out on several different very common locks that I get into the lock lab. Here's a Euro. You can put it in, obviously, either way, American style, European style, and then just tighten this up by hand. And again, this thing's going nowhere. Now, if I were right-handed, and I am, I would put this on the right side so that he wouldn't get in my way when I'm picking from over here. And left-handed, just swing it around, put the U-cut back there again, and put the tightener on the other side to keep it out of your way. Just a tip, I found that I tried picking a lock with this clamp on the wrong side. That's how I learned that one. O styles. So we got oval European style locks. Again, clamps in there beautifully, no problems. And the last one, again, a very common lock I get here are the mortise style. And slide them in there, put them in there flush, give it a little turn, and again, he's going nowhere. So pretty solid lockup. I really like the addition of this swivel head to the original Vise design. I think that's a great improvement. $39.95 from lockpicks.com. If you're working in your house, like I started out working off my kitchen table, this is an ideal clamp, and this swivel head makes it just that much better. All right, guys, we mess around with high security locks, and a lot of times they put high security screws in there to make it difficult for us. You know this is true because you've seen me fumble around trying to find the right tool. Usually when I'm messing around with a challenge lock, I never seem to have the right tool. This is the 62-piece tamper-proof screw ratchet set, $26.95 from lockpicks.com. I've been playing with this for about a week, and I gotta say, I really like it. I'm gonna have to get one. the ratcheting screwdriver. Again, very large handle, very comfortable to hold onto. This is all rubberized, so it gives you a good grip. It's easy to change the direction of the ratchet, just with a simple click, on or off. And then the nice thing about this one is there's a center position, so when you put it there, it acts like a normal screwdriver. You can use any of those tips inside of there. There's also an extension, so if that's not long enough, you can put the extension onto it. And then I'm going to start up here because this is where I know the names of these guys. Okay, so this is a test. So Phillips. So I passed that one. These are all Phillips, a wide variety of different tips. We often find Phillips screw heads on our high security locks. Then we get into something else. And again, I find a lot of these as well, particularly on European locks. And these are the Torx Bits. You got complete selection here, but these are the high security Torx because they've got the hole down the center, so you can use it on a normal Torx or on the one that has a little peg in the middle to prevent the normal tip from fitting into. These will fit in there, and you'll be able to remove those high security Torx tips. On this side, from here to here, we've got the normal hex, a wide variety of sizes, again, with the high security version. So when they have that post in the center, you can still get around it. On the end here, we have a 1/4-inch adapter, so you can use sockets with this if you have a set of 1/4-inch sockets. Over here, we have the flat, only a couple of those, and I probably would like to see one just a little bit smaller than this one, but these are the two that they give you. Again, these are the enhanced Torx. They have twice the number of flutes. I'm seeing those very occasionally on European locks, but anyway, you got a set of 3 right there. All right, now I'm going to start to fail. These look like twist drills, but in fact, they are security bits, and the only place I've ever seen these is on a public toilet holding the toilet rolls. If I'd had one of these 3 guys, I could have stole all the toilet paper I need, but without a doubt, these are probably on some locks, and that's why they put it into this kit. On this end here, we have the 4 different sizes for these square tip bits. Again, another socket adapter. Now we get to the one I have just absolutely no clue what this guy is for. Not a clue. Oh, wait a minute. That's a galactic converter tightener, so your orgasmatron doesn't fall out. That's what that thing goes. No, if any of you guys know what that's for, I would appreciate it. I'm not going to throw it away because the moment after I throw it away is the moment that I'm going to discover that I need the darn thing. Anyway, there you go, guys. The 62-piece tamper-proof. I have been using it for a week. These have really stood up well. A lot of the less expensive kits, they cut corners by putting soft metal in there. These all have stood up pretty well. I haven't stripped any of them out, despite putting quite a bit of torque on them with this giant handle screwdriver. Appreciate your time, guys. Oh, let's give some stuff away. So this week's giveaway, you're going to get that 62-piece tamper-proof kit, and you're going to get this Leashy clone, the swivel head cylinder vise. All you got to do if you want to win all this stuff, there's the website. Go to the web page. In the middle of the page is a purple band that says Weekend Giveaway. Click it, register. With a little bit of luck, you'll own all of this stuff next weekend. Appreciate your time, guys. Stay safe. Stay legal. If you like what Lock Lab's doing, you can really help me out by subscribing, hitting the like button, and of course sharing it on Facebook and Twitter. Thanks, guys.